Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you this compact and efficient tree farm tutorial that produces up to 12,000 logs per hour. This farm is a Shulkercraft design, however I've made some alterations and improvements to this farm to make it work for 1.16. All details will be in the description. This farm is a Java edition tree farm, so building this on bedrock will not work. But without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. These are the resources you are going to need. The first thing you want to do is dig a block out 3 deep, just like this. Then from that block you want to come 6 blocks either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you want to do the same for this side right here. Then you want to dig down 2 more blocks to make it 3 blocks deep. And then you want to dig out this entire area using your 4 points to connect the dots. Now that we've dug all that out, we want to place 4 blocks just like this and then make that all the way up to grass level. Do that for all 4 sides. This is what your farm should look like from above. You now want to grab your water buckets and dig a 2x2 hole just like this. Then place a water bucket here and a water bucket there. And there's your infinite water source. Now continually fill your water buckets up and place water in each of these lines just like this. Do that for all 4 sides. Now that all your water's in place, you should see a central flowing point right here. So destroy that block, place a hopper, and then place a fence gate on top of that block and open up the fence gate just like this. This will allow all the logs to flow to this hopper right here. Now come to one of these corners and on this block right here, build up 3 temporary blocks just like this. Then come behind these temporary blocks and place an iron trap door just like this. You can then remove these 3 blocks. Now place a building block here and then a staircase up to that block just like this. Now on this building block right here, place a stone button just like this. Now the next thing you want to do is place a bit of scaffolding on top of the black stone block just like this. Then jump on top of the black stone block and place another piece of scaffolding just on top of the trap door just like this. Now that we've got them 2 scaffolding blocks in place, we want to place the remaining 18 scaffolding blocks on top of each other, on top of this iron trap door right here, bringing this up a total of 19 blocks. Now climb all the way up to the top of the scaffold and to the left, facing towards the water, place 2 more building blocks out just like this. Then remove this block right here and place an observer facing this way right here. You now want to place a temporary block here, remove this temporary block, and then place a sticky piston facing outwards just like this right there. Now place 2 more temporary blocks just like this, remove that block right there, and then place another observer facing outwards just like this. You can then remove this building block here and place 3 more blocks out just like this, and then remove this block and place a sticky piston facing inwards just like that. Then remove this building block and place a slime block just like this. You'll then want to come down the scaffold and build out towards the slime block on this level right here, allowing you room to place blocks below the slime block. Start by building down 2 blocks just like this, and then build another block over just like this, remove those 2 blocks, and then pillar up and place an observer facing upwards just like this. Make sure the face of the observer is facing down. You can then remove these blocks and go all the way back up to the top. Now on that observer you just placed, place a building block out to the right just like this. Then come beside that block and place 2 blocks just like this. Then remove that block right there. Then place a block here, a block here, a block here, and another block here, and then remove this block right there. Now place a block here and another block here, and then remove this block right there. Then on 3 corners, place 2 blocks high, just like this. So on that corner, and this corner right here. Make sure to leave this block right here clear. Now to the left, we want to place a building block here, a temporary block there, a permanent building block right there. Then remove this block right here. Now grab your repeaters. Place 2 repeaters set to 4 ticks facing this way right here. Then place a repeater here also set to 4 ticks. Then jump on the other side, place 2 more repeaters facing this way set to 4 ticks. Then jump over to this block and place a repeater facing this way set to 4 ticks. Now turn to your right and place a repeater and leave it set to 1 tick. Now grab your building blocks and build out 2 more temporary blocks just like this. Then destroy that middle block right here. Then place a sticky piston facing this way right here. Then attached to that sticky piston, we want to place a slime block here. Now we want to jump underneath. For the sake of the video, I'm going to fly around, but to easily pillar across here, you can easily use your scaffold to use blocks to get over here. So place a slime block here and then another slime block right there. This is what your farm should be looking like so far. Now come on the other side and place a slime block here, a slime block there, and another slime block right there. Now place your wall right here, and then place a TNT right there, and then place another wall below that right there. Then you can go ahead and place your dead coral against the TNT just like this. Then beside the sticky piston, we want to place a sticky piston facing downwards and then an observer facing downwards also just like this. Then place a temporary block here and then another block here and then remove this block right there. Now come behind this block and place a block there and a block there. Remove this block right here and place a sticky piston facing towards this way right here. Then you can remove this block right here. Then place another sticky piston to the right of it just like this. Then to the left of this sticky piston, place 3 building blocks just like this. Then below this sticky piston, place a temporary block here and a temporary block there. Then place an observer facing this way right here. Now place a temporary block here and a temporary block there, and place another observer facing the same way just like this. Then you can remove these blocks underneath just like so. Then you can place a building block here and a building block here. Now that you've done that, place a building block here, another building block there, there, and then one there. Then come below that building block, place a building block there, and then place another 3 blocks just like this. Then after those 3 blocks, place another block and then another block on top of that block, just like so. Then towards the TNT, place 3 more blocks just like so in this line right here. Now let's place our repeaters. Place 3 repeaters facing this way right here, all set to 4 ticks. Now place 2 repeaters facing this way, and the left one wants to be set to 3 ticks just like this, and then the right one wants to be set to 4 ticks with the redstone dust placed this way right here. Now place 3 more repeaters facing this way, all set to 4 ticks just like this. Then on this row right here, place another 3 facing this way, also set to 4 ticks. Now place a fence gate here and a fence gate there, and then another fence gate on top of this one right here. Now to the very left of this fence gate, we want to place another wall just like this, and then open it up just like this. Now place a temporary block here, and then a building block here and a building block here, then remove this block right here. Now on top of these slime blocks right here, we want to place 3 blocks to the left just like this. Then on top of this block, we want to place a detector rail facing this way, and then a minecart on top of this detector rail, and then we want to grab a sticky piston facing this way right here, and then place a lever and then flick it. As you can see, we push the minecart on top of the TNT without setting the TNT off. Make sure you do it this way, otherwise you will set the TNT off and blow up all of your redstone. You can then destroy this piston right here and these 3 temporary blocks just like this. Now place 6 melon blocks in a 2x3 area on top of the minecart just like this. This is step 1 of 2 complete. This is the TNT duper complete. So before I show you how this works, I'm going to show you some angles so you might be able to double check your work to make sure you've done the correct thing before we start up this farm. Make sure that you are 100% sure that you have done everything correctly, because if you haven't, you could risk blowing up your entire redstone. Now that you're 100% sure that you've done everything correctly, we want to press this button right here, and you will notice that the TNT will start to be duplicated and drop down into this point right here and then blow up. as you saw right here, and continuing to see just like this. As you can see, this is fully functional, so we're going to press this button again, and then we should notice it should stop after this one right here. Now let's get started on the tree chamber. Start by placing a temporary block here and then 2 building blocks just like this. Remove that block and place 2 more blocks just like this. From this block right here, come 1, 2 and 3. Come 1 to the right, place 2 blocks and then remove this block right here. Now place 2 more blocks and then 2 more blocks just like this. Now we want to add 16 more blocks in a line just like this. Now place another building block here, 2 more blocks just like this, another block on top, and then 1 to the right just like this. Now come 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and then place another block just like this. Then place 2 blocks on top of each other just like this. Place a temporary block here and then a building block here and remove that block right there. Then place a temporary block here, a building block here, a building block there, and then remove that temporary block underneath just like this. Then place another temporary block and then a building block on top of that and remove that bottom block just like this. Now from these blocks right here, come 1 block forward and then 2 blocks to the left just like this. Then place a temporary block here, a permanent block there, and then remove that block right there. Then place 4 more blocks just like this. Now grab your glass and place a block right here. Place a temporary block to the right of it, place a glass on top of that, a temporary block to the left, a glass on top of that, a block to the right, a glass on top of that, and then remove these 3 blocks, and then you want to double that to make it 8 total glass blocks. As you can see right here. You want to repeat that process for this side right here. This is what it should look like so far. Now grab your redstone, place redstone all the way up the glass tower, just like this, all the way up to the top. Then place a repeater facing this way, then place redstone in a line all the way to the very end until the block before. In that case, you want to place a repeater set to 2 ticks just like this. Then place another repeater facing this way set to 1 tick and then place glass all the way up the tower again, all the way to the top. Now on these building blocks right here, place redstone all the way up to this point right here and place a repeater facing inwards just like that, set to 2 ticks. Now place a redstone dust here and here and then place a repeater facing this way, set to 1 tick just like this. Now on the right side here, place a sticky piston here and a sticky piston here. On the bottom sticky piston, place a honey block and then on top of the second piston, place a slime block and place 5 more on top of that. You want to make sure that that is 6 slime blocks and 1 honey block. Then you want to go ahead and place sticky pistons in front of the slime and honey blocks just like this. Now to the right and left of these sticky pistons, you want to place 2 melon blocks just like this. Then you want to bring that all the way up to this height right here. Now place a temporary block here and a temporary block here. To the right and left, place a redstone block just like this. Then remove these blocks right here. You then want to bring those redstone blocks all the way up to the top of the melon blocks. Now, starting from here, on every single gap, we want to place a building block just like this, making sure that there is 4 total just like this. Do the same to the other side. Now, in front of this block right here, you want to place sticky pistons all the way to the top right here. Repeat that process for the other side. Then at the very top, place a sticky piston facing inwards, and then on the other side, place a sticky piston facing that way, and then repeat that process all the way down until you're at the bottom. So on the other side, we want to oppose it. So we've obviously put the sticky piston here. So on this side, we're going to start by putting the sticky piston on this side. See how they oppose each other? Now we just want to repeat this process all the way down. It should be looking something like this. Now place a temporary block here and place 4 honey blocks just like this. Then you want to place 4 slime blocks on top of that. Then place 4 more honey blocks on top of that just like this. Continue that pattern all the way to the top. Then place 4 white pieces of glass in front of the honey blocks just like this. Now repeat the same process for the other side. The next step is to place fence gates in front of all the honey and slime blocks just like this. Then open them all up. Repeat this process for the other side. Now we want to go ahead and place another honey and slime block behind the redstone just like this, making it 5 wide. Now this is very important. Break this redstone right here, then remove these 2 melon rows just like this, all the way up to the top. Then place dirt in front of these all the way to the top just like this. Now come behind and place a redstone block here, a redstone block here, here, and then on the other side place a redstone block there, 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 and there. You can now remove your dirt blocks. You want to repeat this process for the other side. It is important to destroy these melon blocks right here and put the dirt in front of that redstone, because if you don't, you will end up having something like this happen to your farm. Once you've done that, you can now place your redstone back. You can also place your melon wall back just like this. Now place a temporary block here and a temporary block there. Place a melon on top of that block and then place 2 more, and then repeat the same process with the melon wall, leaving this sticky piston hole vacant. Now build out 4 more blocks on this platform just like this. Then build 2 more blocks underneath just like that. Now grab your dispenser and place it facing this way right there. This is what your farm should look like right now. Now grab your repeater, place a repeater there and a lever there. Don't flick that lever on just yet. Now grab your hoppers and place a hopper here facing into that dispenser, and then a hopper here facing into that hopper right there. Then place 2 more hoppers facing into those hoppers right there. Then place 2 more facing into those hoppers just like this. If I am speaking too quickly, feel free to slow down the video using the gear icon in the bottom left. Now place 3 more hoppers facing this direction just like this. Now place another 4 facing in this direction right here. Then beside those 4, place another 4 facing the same way. Basically, all the hoppers should be leading into this dispenser right here. Now let's do a redstone. Place a comparator in front of the first melon blocks right here, and then a repeater facing this way right here. Then grab another dispenser and face it this way just like this. Then on either side of the sticky piston hoppers, place a redstone dust just like this. Now place a glass block here, and then a melon block on top of that redstone just like this. Then place a comparator facing that way right here. And then place a dirt in that area right there, and that's where our saplings are going to go. Now to the right of this dirt block, place a glass block right here. Then grab your choice of log and build up 6 blocks just like this. Now build up 2 more blocks, and then place a block to the left just like this. Place a glass block on top. This is so you don't get big trees breaking your farm. If you plan on using oak trees for this farm, you will need to lower the glass block down to this level right here. This is so you don't get those trees growing, and just these ones right there. But for now, we'll leave this as it was. Now come underneath and place a redstone torch underneath the glass block right here. Now go ahead and flick your lever. Come on the other side of the repeater and place a sticky piston facing like this. Then on top of the extender, place an observer facing upwards just like this. Then on the side of the sticky piston, you want to place an observer facing this way, so the redstone dust of the observer is in towards the water. Now come underneath, and where the piston extender is, we want to place an observer facing this way right here. Now remove these 3 blocks right here. Then you want to place an observer facing in towards the dispenser just like this. This first observer's arrow should be facing left, and the one behind it should be facing forwards just like this. You can then place back these 2 blocks. Now place a note block below that block. Now remove this hopper right here temporarily. Place 3 droppers facing upwards just like this, all into that dispenser. Now you can place your hopper back. Now face a hopper into that dropper, another hopper into that dropper, and then you can face this hopper this way as well. Now place a double chest on top of these hoppers. Feel free to fill this chest full of bone meal. Now we want to place our birch saplings in these dispensers right here, or the sapling of your choice. So when you're AFKing, you're holding right click down and the dispenser keeps giving you saplings to place down, and then the wood gets pushed out here and then destroyed by the TNT duper out here, pushed into that hopper right there, and then into your chests. Now this farm is almost fully functional, but before we AFK it, we want to make our way all the way down to that hopper right there and add some more storage. So I'm going to dig down right here and make my way over. Now that we're down here, we want to place a double chest facing this way, and then behind that chest place another hopper facing into that chest. Then we want to place another double chest right there. You can add more storage if you would like, however this will do just for now. As this is a big farm and a big tutorial, I'm going to add some shots here so that you can double check your work with mine. Now to AFK this farm, you might need an auto clicker. A link to the auto clicker that I use will be in the description. Now to AFK this farm, simply press this button right here and you'll notice that the TNT duper will commence right there. And now we can flick this lever right here and simply start placing our saplings just like this. To turn it off, simply do what I just did, click your button and flick your lever. Now let's AFK this farm for 1 hour and see what we get. So after 1 hour's worth of AFKing, we got a total of 12,291 logs. These are for birch saplings, of course. So if you're using spruce saplings, you'll receive something around 8,750 logs per hour. If you're using jungle saplings, you'll receive something like 8,250 logs per hour. And if you're using oak saplings, you'll receive the same amount as jungle saplings in being 8,250 logs per hour. This farm is really compact and efficient for the amount of logs you get per hour. I really hope you choose to use this design as it won't let you down. Your automatic tree farm is now complete and ready to go. Enjoy the 12,000 logs per hour. Here are some other videos you can enjoy. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!